Alright, we are live. And I am trying to experiment with something. Apparently YouTube has a new like built-in like horizontal to vertical stream. So I'm trying to see how it looks, but based on the look of this looks bad. It's supposed to like auto convert and like merge the chats together, but that's just awful. I'll see if anyone chats through it, but ugh. And I don't know. There's no setting yet to like adjust the like the way it's cropped. I figured it would have just taken the horizontal and like brush it down and like have like a blurred background or something. But no, it's not even doing that. Oh, I'll just see how it performs. Is anyone able to like go on their phones or something and I'll try it right now actually. I tried to find it on desktop, but I couldn't find it. Hope it's Hitmonchan, huh? Live. Weird, it won't let me click on it. Is anyone able to like go on their phone and see if the vertical's working? Like all I'm seeing is a draft and a stream I can't tap on. So strange. That's being so weird. I have no idea how it's supposed to be telling people this. Let me try switching accounts. Sorry if I'm procrastinating. I just really want to see like how this new feature works. Okay, now it'll let me watch it. But can I find the vertical version? I think you're supposed to find it while scrolling through your shorts feed. Yeah, I think you're supposed to just automatically find it scrolling your shorts feed. I'm guessing so. But yeah, I think I won't enable this ever again after this stream, because that just looks bad. Anyway, I think we've done enough procrastinating. If it's not going to be Ditto, I would re-roll if it's Ditto. Anyway. Who are we playing with? You've got to be kidding. Seriously? Well then, that's gonna suck. That thing has like 10 base HP. HP, 55 attack, 45 special, 95 speed. Scratch, growl at 15, Diglett 19. I love the good decisions he makes to beat the game so fast. I tried my own, but still can't beat your time. Sometimes it takes weeks for me to finish Crystal of the first gen. I mean, I am playing on 4 times speed as well, so there's always that. But yeah, it definitely looks like... Would I have to grind to level 19? Maybe. Yeah, its moveset is great. Rock Slide, Fissure, Earthquake, Body Slam somehow. I mean, this thing's moveset should be pretty straightforward. Okay. Misty and Erica gonna clap you. Not Erica, but Misty for sure is gonna be difficult. I would probably need to do the SSN first. But let's see if we can try and find anybody who's done Diglett. Let's see if Scott has done it. I'm pretty sure he has done it in yellow at least. Diglett. Dude, he played Diglett like 3 years ago. Did he ever do an update? Oh, no. He played Diglett like 3 years ago.
Growing up during the Pokemon mania of the late Surprisingly, I managed to defeat the Geodude, but Diglett only has 4 hit points left. So I'll need more levels, and I don't think that just 1 or 2 is going to be enough. And then after that, I'm
kind of surprised he didn't do another run for this long.
To dig, so I might as well just train for that right now. For some Pokemon, Brock really feels like an obstacle that is like slowly overcome. Each level, I'm getting slightly closer to the victory, eventually just barely managing to scrape by. But with Diglett, it just can't win, and then it's completely easy. Dig one-shots both.
So yeah, we're going to need level 19 no matter what.
The prize for victory is definitely not the TM for...
I mean, the Misty teams are completely identical. Let's see what level he got to Misty at.
Ground, Misty uses
27,
defend,
so yeah, he definitely did do SSN first, just like I thought.
And it has 56 speed. That means Diglett goes first, Starmie tries Bubble Beam, fails, and Diglett's dig takes the Starfish into orange. Okay, I just need one more turn. Misty uses an X-Defend, and with that, the fight's over. On my first attempt. So yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, we can't really look at these runs, like, for the mid-game in yellow. So, I want to take a look at probably Lorelei.
Now, for Pokemon that are weak to water or ice types, Lorelei is usually the scariest trainer in the entire playthrough. She's got a diverse team with fast Pokemon like Jinx, defensive Pokemon like Cloyster and Slowbro, and a more balanced ace in the form of Lapras. One issue that's immediately apparent is that Dugong is the problem. Aurora Beam can
I don't think we can rely on the turn 2 rest thing either, because it's way less reliable in red and blue.
Unless the Cloyster misses Clamp and then I crit it into Oblivion, okay, maybe I can beat the Slowbro. Never mind.
I think
Surf is way
Fissure
too much for
might be the way to go for Cloyster.
I don't think that I'll have an...
I don't think we need to look at this anymore. Let's see if anyone else has done Diglett. Did I just see Diglett cosplay in the search results? Funny. Jimmy's Revenge. Gold. I know Jaros did like 5 years ago. Let me see, like, his level. 75. Did you name the Diglett after me? You know what? Sure. Why not? Look at that thumbnail. Oh yeah, Poliwhirl's Wrath did one too, but I'm pretty sure he evolved into it. Damage they're happy on. Yeah, I actually forgot he did that. I know Gym Leader Matt still does that to this day. Yep, we do in Diglett. Alright, I'm going to open up the XP router. Because Scott's run is just too old to rely on. Alright, so let's just create an empty base route. Alright, so let's put in what we think our moveset's going to be for... let's see. I mean, we're definitely going to have to get Earth... we're going to have to get Rock Slide as soon as possible. We got to get Body Slam before Misty. But I think our moveset going into the for the most part is going to be... I think Earthquake, Dig, Rock Slide, and Body Slam, because that's effectively our only moves. I don't think Sand Attack's going to be worth it at all. But then I think for the League, we'll replace Body Slam with Fissure. I know when we did Onyx in Yellow version, Onyx did really benefit from Fissure to use it on the Cloister. Double Team is banned. I banned the TM for Double Team until level 100. But if we get it by level up, it's fair game. I just banned the TM, because otherwise everyone would get it. And that would just be boring. Alright, I'm gonna install the TMs right here. Oh yeah, we'll buy some vitamins too, but we'll look at that later. Look at that, level 33. That is so underleveled. But I'm just putting those moves there right now. Alright, let's try... Well, let's see what level we'd need for... Yeah, right here, right here. Yeah, dude, this thing can't learn any special moves. Of course we're going all physical. We're probably going to need a minimum of level 70. So let's try... Let's try level 60 and see how this works out. Alright, and then the Pidgeot's 2-shot with Rock Slide. Rhyhorn, 1-shot. Execute. Range to 2-shot, that's annoying. And it's only going to use Solar Beam or Leech Seed. Then Gyarados is going to have to be a 2-shot with Rock Slide. Then 1-shot, then 1-shot. At least we don't have to worry about speed issues, so I feel like with this Pokemon, the only thing we should really plan for is level ups on the Rhydon. Because we don't care about level ups during any other fight. Yeah, this is definitely way too early to fight him. I think we need to fight him to where we can reliably 2-shot the Execute. That would have to be level 64. Hey, at least 64 for the rival's a good level up. Because look at this. We're going to level up after the Pidgeot and then after the Charizard. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Rock Slide, 2-shot, 1-shot, 2-shot, 2-shot. Well, oh wait, the Gyarados is gonna guarantee 1-shot. I don't think it's worth holding on to Sand Attack either, because is Gyarados the only hard fight Pokemon in this whole fight? I think so, because if Execute uses Solar Beam, it's free. If it uses Stun Spore, that's a reset. If it uses Leech Seed, we're fine. So I think we just have to get a Hydro Pump miss here. But then once we get the miss, we'll 2-shot. And then we can knock out the Alakazam and the Charizard with Rock Slide and Earthquake. Yeah, but the problem is, look over here. Hydro Pump, 107% to 126%. That's a guaranteed one-shot. I mean, Hydro Pump does have a 20% chance to miss, so that's what we would have to hope on for that fight. And no higher level is going to fix that. Unless we have the rival here, like spam Tail Whip for badge boosts. You know what? What's the Rhyhorn going to do? Well, Stomp does do a lot. Depends. I don't think a badge boost is going to matter. Like, if the opponent uses Tail Whip on us... Oh! Look! One Tail Whip, 100% to 118%. And this is with no vitamin buys either. And this is technically minimum trainers. I'm just using rare candies for the sake of testing. So we're going to have more stat XP when we actually get here. But I think that's the strat. Just fish for one badge boost. Okay? Let's take a look at Lorelei. Body Slam is going to be absolutely useless in the league. So I'm going to replace it with Fissure. Yeah, and I don't think... Yeah, we can't rely on the turn 2 rest thing because it's far more inconsistent in this game. So we would have to two-shot with Rock Slide, and then Aurora Beam's going to hurt really bad. And then Cloyster, we are going to have to literally Fissure it. But then Slowbro, that's an issue. It's only going to use Water Gun or Withdraw on us due to the good AI. This might be too low as well. Yeah, I don't think we can beat the rival. I don't think we can beat Lorelei at this low of a level. No, we cannot. I'm gonna shrink my webcam for this. There we go. Yeah, this is too low. So I think we need to go back to here. Try a different minimum level. What if we tried 68? That'll make Aurora Beam do a lot less. We're still going to have to Fissure the Cloyster. Then the Slowbro is a 37% to 2 hit. But why don't we put in a Vitamin Buy really quick? Let's see, what proteins are there? Let's see, there's a protein in Sylph. There's a protein in the Safari Zone. Is there a protein in the Cinnabar Mansion? I'm going to take a quick peek. Not Pokemon. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of vitamins in the mansion. I just can't remember if any of them are a protein. Escape Rope. Carbos. Calcium. We'll definitely pick up every calcium we find, too. Wait. Are there 2 calcium here? Wait, no, that's the same one. It keeps loading the same room. Iron. Max Potion. Max Revive. Okay, yeah, there is no protein here. So if we use the 2 overworld proteins, if we plan our vitamin buy well, we can probably buy, like... We can probably use a grand total of 7 protein. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Alright, so we'll probably buy the protein, like, after the tower. Let's just use them here. Let's just use 3 of them here. And then proteins. Let's see, there's the one in Sylph. And then there's also one elsewhere. Let's see if this helps. 45 to 53. That's not great. Because we're going to get hit by Aurora Beam no matter what. But then Jinx is a one-shot. Then Lapras here, 46 to 55%. We would essentially have to get a Hydro Miss or a Blizzard Miss there. We might have to do a second Vitamin Buy for Calcium, but looking at these ranges, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Like, I literally don't think so. I mean, I can just add in us, like, just picking up Overworld Calcium, which should be about 3. Yeah, it's not going to make a difference at all. Yeah, I think this is too low of a level to work. I think we just have to get to a level where we can reliably two-shot the Lapras. 46 to 55 is not good enough. Let's try 72. That'll level us up to 73 for the Lapras. Okay, it looks like 72 for the rival might have to be the minimum here. We'll have to two-shot the Dewgong, Fissure the Cloyster, and then it's going to be a 95% chance to two-shot, which is going to be the best we can hope for. One-shot the Jinx, and then this right here, we're going to be at probably half health. And Rock Slide is going to two-shot, but the problem is, here's the question. Do you guys think it's a better idea to go for 2 Rock Slides? Or, okay, hold on. Do you think it's a good idea to go for 2 Earthquakes and hope for either a critical hit on our end or a Blizzard / Body or Hydro Pump miss? Or should we use Fissure on Lapras? Because knowing the chances of the crit and Blizzard only having a 10%, Hydro Pump 20% chance to miss, it might actually be better to use Fissure. Like, we might have to Fissure 2 Pokemon here. And the reason, like, if we're going to have to use Fissure anyway, why can't we just go in at a lower level? If we can't two-shot the Slowbro, then we're going to be too low of health. But, you know, maybe, as long as this is a good enough two-hit range. I mean, 95% is pretty generous. What if I lower this to 70? 82% chance. You know what? Let's just stick with those odds. I think so, yeah. I think we have to land 2 Fissures. Alright, Hiker. This guy is going to be a joke. Agatha is actually going to be a joke. Because Rock Slide is going to have to be arranged to one-shot the Golbat. Earthquake kills everything else. Okay, get Lance. We have to get a Hydro Miss. There's no way around it. Then for the Dragonair, I think maybe we replace Fissure with Mimic and Snag Agility. Because if we snag Agility here... Oh, we level up before the Dragonite. That's not good. Maybe we should get the last Victory Road candy and use 1 candy here. That'll prevent the level up. We'll level up in the champion fight, but I think that might be fine. So what if on this Dragonair right here... 95 to 112. I'm already using 5 proteins. I think if I plan a second vitamin buy, I can get more. I'm going to do 7. Oh, yeah. We got to do a second vitamin buy. Then we use 2 Earthquakes. Aerodactyl, we outspeed. It's going to have to be a range, but if we use 1 agility on the first Dragonair, That doesn't really affect ranges, but it makes this Dragonite a two-shot. But, I mean, why go for the setup if it's not going to help with Dragonite? It's already a 79% chance to two-shot anyway. And due to his... he's just going to use his moves randomly. It could be Slam, Barrier, or Hyper Beam. Unless there's a different move we could mimic. There really isn't. Like, I'm not seeing anything. You may think Hyper Beam, but... Super effective Rock Slide and Hyper Beam do the same amount of damage, roughly. Because of their effective powers. Alright, let's look at the champion. Let's see, two-shot the Pidgeot. Alakazam one-shot. Rhydon, don't even worry about that. Then Exeggutor. It's gonna use any of its moves. We'll probably need to use Fissure on it. And then Gyarados. Dude, that is annoying. Okay. We cannot have the level up during this fight, so maybe instead of using the candy before Lance, use it before the champion instead. Then on here, we're going to have to hope for... How many badge boosts would we need? 1, 2... Okay, so 2 badge boosts would let us one-shot the Gyarados. And the Charizard's always going to be a one-shot, no matter what. So yeah, we'll have to use a candy before the rival here, and get 2 badge boosts off the Rhydon. Is there any other TM moves we could have? Would it be worth, like, when we get Slash by level up, I think we should get rid of Body Slam for Slash. Is it worth holding on to Slash? Would that help us in any way? Okay. Question is, does Slash help here? It could theoretically help with Dragonite if it used Barrier. But is it worth holding on to Sand Attack? Is it? Like, I'm trying to think of a way of making Lance better, because we're not going to use Sand Attack on Gyarados. I don't think that's worth it. I don't like having lost that rare candy before Lance. We could probably use Sand Attack on here, but... No, I don't think Sand Attack is necessary at all. Oh, interesting. Slash would actually be more consistent for the Gyarados, because there's no chance of a miss. So maybe we do teach Slash over Body Slam and hold on to it. Okay, I think we have a route. I'm going to go ahead and get Diglett as our starter, and we can get started. Alright, what's Diglett's crit rate gonna be? %18.55%. Yeah, this will only get one run, obviously. Dravok the Diglett. You know what? Yeah, I'll name it that just for you. What time will I beat the champion at? Alright, taking a quick glance at our leaderboard here, I'm looking at last place. Last place is Pidgey with a 142. I think this will be better than Pidgey. Because we're not going to need as high of a level as Pidgey did, so I'll put the over-under at 140. Got a good feeling about Diglett? Oh, we'll see. But no matter what, we're going to need level 19. Yeah, this is going to suck. Anyway, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Uh-oh. Okay, that was close. But yeah, we're going to need level 19. So we may as well just kill everything. I mean, then again, there is the whole blackout training on Lightyear's trainer, but I don't think it's a good idea to try that at this low of a level. Alright, I'm gonna need to heal up again. And buy some potions too. Oh right, Viridian doesn't sell potions in red and blue. Forgot about that. Hey, Kakuna. I think I just Gen 1 missed Scratch. Alright, so I'm trying to think here. What's the best level to attempt Lightyear's training at? I think... Maybe level 8. Hey, Perky Penguin. I do love some blackout training. Yeah, you can never go wrong with blackout training. No, buy the potions after Brock. Or not potions, buy the pokeballs after Brock. I think this Diglett has 23 speed. 27. Oh, that might be yellow. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. Alright, so I think we're going to have to defeat the bug catchers first before we commit. And then again, blackout training on the camper isn't that reliable in this game because the Sandshrew has sand attack, so it's not always just going to spam moves, and we can't spam anything. We just have to keep using Scratch. We can't just, like, switch to Growl and hope he kills us. We can't do that. I'm not sure how reliable it's going to be. But then again, our defense stat and HP are very low, so maybe it won't be that bad. So you know what? I'm going to try defeating the... Should I try and defeat the rival too? Nah. The rival's Pokemon do not give great XP, and he's pretty hard. Because his Charmander and Pidgey are like level 8 and level 9, and the Pidgey has Sand Attack. Alright, I'm going to get to level 10. How can I scratch without any paws? I think they're like under the dirt. I mean, Diglett can learn Cut in yellow version. Alright, so we speed tie this Diglett. Yeah, this is what I mean. Thank you. Alright, so we're just going to have to keep doing this until we eventually win. And then once we eventually win, we'll go fight the rival. And then... fight wild Pokemon. Yeah, we have to get to level 19 no matter what. Dude, imagine if we get to a point where we might actually blackout train on Brock. Because now that I think about it, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Because even though the Geodude has Defense Curl, we are pretty likely to crit. But I think we're going to need a higher level first before we do that. So I think once we defeat the Junior Trainer here, we'll give it some thought. I wonder if that neck popping was captured on the mic. Also, I've only edited in the Victory Bell video coming out tomorrow up till Misty. I have a bunch of editing to do after this stream. But it's going to be a relatively quick video, because the run's just that good. Alright, that's as much training as we can do. But yeah, I don't think it's worth attempting Brock right now. Ooh, Pikachu. I think I'm going to go beat the rival really quick. And of course we get sanded right away. Why wouldn't we? Growl. Oh, that's going to be pretty good for Brock, actually. The reason I say that'd be good for Brock is because I can start out spamming Scratch, then once Geodude uses some defense curls, I can go ahead and use a couple of Growls. I think if we get enough crits, we can Blackout train on the Geodude. Let's give it a try. Maybe use the Growls right away. Alright, let's try 2. I mean, yeah, we're only doing 1 damage, but we need crits no matter what. This does not look fast. Yeah, that does not look fast enough. Like, even though we're going to get over 200 experience per Geodude, that thing did use a lot of defense curls, so I think we just gotta do this. Maybe once we get to level 17, it should be fine. Okay, this is unlucky, dude. So, how's everyone doing? $16. You completed the Teal Mask DLC? Oh, nice. Did you... I'm assuming you started with Teal Mask? You didn't do Blueberry Academy yet? I'm not sure if when you have the DLC, you have to be Teal... I think you do have to be Teal Mask first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to. But yeah, Scarlet and Violet has probably the best DLC out of any Pokemon game. It's not even close. I think ZA is a second, but that's because the Sword and Shield DLC isn't really that great. The best, the like only good thing in there that I really enjoyed were the Dynamax adventures. That was like the only thing. You can't do too much. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure in the Indigo Disc, you have to... There's like some story elements that originate from the Teal Mask that are in the Indigo Disc. Alright. I'm gonna try Blackout training on Brock again. Because I'm thinking even with the lower encounter rate of the forest, it might end up being faster at the later levels to do this with Brock. Alright, so that's 5 damage. So if I use another Growl... Okay, that's not fair. That's 4. Okay, to be fair, it is very unlikely for Geodude to get a crit. That thing is so slow. So let's try that again. Yeah, Shadow, yesterday for breakfast, I made myself some homemade mac and cheese. It was really good. The only way I'll enjoy eating it. Because that, like, pre-packaged craft stuff is just garbage. Okay, so it seems like me actually beating Geodude last time was actually very lucky. It is very unreliable to do that. Oh, the characters and the settings are great. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the forest. Well, no, I don't bake my mac and cheese. I, like, bought some of those, you know, those, like, packaged, like, pasta noodles. I bought the macaroni-shaped ones. And, I bought some, cheese powder. Not like the ones that come in those craft boxes. It's kind of like those, but I didn't get them from craft boxes. There's a grocery store an hour away from me. They have a bulk section, and they have bulk for almost everything. They have them in like these giant white Tupperware containers on wheels, and you can open one up that has a bunch of cheese powder in it, and you can just scoop some up and put it in a bag. Same with the noodles too. So I bought the ingredients for my mac and cheese from that bulk aisle, and I tried it out. I went a little heavy on the milk, but not too heavy. And oh my god, that mac and cheese was so good. Is that hygienic? Oh yeah, it is. They have lids on them, And there's like metal scoopers that the customers have to use. But if you're asking, like, is there that chance somebody may have, like, put their finger in there? Probably, yeah. That's just the risk you have to do. It's a risk. But you get really good deals that way. I mean, anything that's self-serve for customers, there's always that chance. Like, even if you go to a buffet place, there's no... Finger the cheese powder. No, people don't stick their fingers in there. I mean, like I said, there's always that chance someone may do it. It's kind of like a buffet place. There's always the chance somebody might use their unwashed hands to grab food and put it on their plate instead of using the nearby tonsils or utensils. There's always that chance. But sometimes in life, you just gotta accept risks. I wonder if at level 18 I should try Brock again. No risk, no mac and cheese, right? Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that sounds good. Thing is, I don't package myself lunches that often. I really should, because I literally work in a grocery store. Like, if I want, like, sandwiches, I just go to the bread aisle, go to the peanut butter and jelly aisle, and just keep that stuff in my locker. Okay. Come on, Diglett. There. That was a last-minute crit. 422, so I need to defeat the Geodude 2 more times. So I think use Scratch until I get hit with Defense Curl. You know, I had a feeling that would happen. Dude, that thing refused to go for Defense Curl. Like, I was thinking I'd get, like, 2 hits in. Okay. I don't think it's worth going for more growls, because right now it's only going to do, like, 3 damage per. I'm going to attempt to beat this Onix, see if I win. If I get enough crits, it might be possible. I don't want to risk that. No, dude, I was so close. I almost won without dig. That would have been awesome. Come on, Diglett. Get a crit. Dude, your crit rate's 18.5%. There we go. 24-minute Brock split. Not bad. That's a pretty good Brock split for a Diglett. You know what? I think we might be able to keep Red Bar for a bit, because Dig is just going to one-shot almost everything. Well, there's always the risk of, you-know-what. That would be the you-know-what. Oh well. Yeah, there was always a chance of that happening. I mean, it's a 1 in 3 chance. Nice, first try. Pretty lucky. And if I don't find Paris, then... Actually, do I even need Paris? I might want to fight some of the trainers in here. I think I am going to want Paris. Because even though I'm going to have Dig on my Diglett for a huge chunk of the game, and I can just get Farfetch'd as my cut and fly user. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. If I see a Paris, I'll get it. I'm also not going to bother... I'm not going to bother fighting wild Pokemon at all, because I have a limited amount of Dig PP, and Zubat hardly give XP. It's just not worth going for. I mean, there is that Rocket Grunt that has Eradicate, but I don't like fighting that guy because that Eradicate is freaking tough at this point in the game. I think it has Hyper Fang. Hey, Paris. I think Scratch is gonna kill it, so... Wow, that was lucky. That was lucky. Paris's catch rate is not that good. So yeah, so we're gonna fight Rival 2 right away. There is no point in fighting Misty. We're gonna want as high of a level as possible. I don't think, like, fight everyone territory, like, where I've got to fight everybody on the boat. I don't think that's necessary. I think fight the good trainers on the boat. When do we get another move? 24 sand attack. Wow, that did so much. Okay, that was just unfair. Oh my god. But yeah, once we defeat this Pidgeotto, it'll be effectively guaranteed. And the only reason I say effectively guaranteed is because that's assuming we land all of our digs. Dude. Took a break and found a shiny Sandshrew. Nice. Oh, speaking of shinies, I've finally found my shiny Latios in Legends ZA. It took a while. I wanted to catch it in a Beast Ball as well to flex like I did with Latios, but I was growing impatient, so I just caught it in a Moon Ball instead. Man, even if I did all those trainers in Mount Moon, the problem is Pidgeotto critting me. So I just need to get lucky. Hey, red bar. Not worth keeping, though. Yeah, I'm not going to be shiny hunting in ZA for a while. I was stuck in that hyperspace portal for days. I think pretty soon I might do another ZA stream. I might stream Season 5 of Rank Battles, maybe. Or probably just finishing up my living decks. Maybe. And I do know for my future speedrunning games, since I've already finished Dora, hopefully for the rest of my life, the other games on the poll that I want to do are Pokemon Conquest Any % Passwords, a Legends ZA Catch 'em All run, which is going to take a lot of time to prepare for, and a game on the Wii and the DS called Monster Lab. I'm not sure which of the three I want to do next. Probably not the Catch 'em All next. You know, I had a feeling that would happen. Probably not that one next, because I'm still trying to finish playing it casually first. Although, the Catch 'em All speedrun does not account for the DLC, so it would mostly just be me replaying the main story. So maybe, we'll see. Because I want to watch the entire speedrun, make notes of it, look at the guy's notes, and try and find ways to improve the route. Stop killing me. Well, you shouldn't have asked to be named a Diglett. The thing is fragile. I'm gonna fight this guy for experience. I might actually do, probably Monster Lab next, because even though it's like a 2.5-hour speedrun for the DS, I don't know how long it's going to be for the Wii, because the Wii version has a lot of loading times, and I've never played the Wii version before. The run's effectively routed. I routed that run years ago when I created the leaderboard in the first ever speedrun. So, it would just be me, like, relearning the game. But Pokemon Conquest is, I'm gonna have to, like, really commit to it. That game has a lot of RNG in it. Yeah, either the ZA Catch-em-all or Monster Lab next. I just don't know. I could theoretically take on Misty right now. You know what? I Diglett's gonna Starmie's gonna be a 2-hit no matter what. I think we're gonna get one shot by Bubble Beam no matter what, but as long as we one-shot the Staryu, we should be fine. The Chop Sprite's so silly. It definitely is. You should see its back sprite. It's even worse. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. First try Misty. On the bright side, we won't have that time waste. Oh gosh, this is going to be a 2-shot. Uh-oh. Alright. I probably should have used some potions. Regret being a Diglett. Hey, it's your fault for asking. Alright, I'm just gonna fight the trainers on this ship that have fire types. Alright, I am gonna teach Body Slam in the place of Growl, and I'll teach Slash in the place of Scratch. Dude? Alright, I'm gonna teach my Dig TM to Paris as well. Wait. I just realized. I never set my stats to perfect. I had 13 attack, 9 defense, and 1 special. I literally beat Misty with 1 special. That's insane. Okay, I better fix this. Yep, my bad. Who needs enemies? You know, I had a feeling those Oddish would live. I was just trying to experiment. Alright, at least the Slowpoke don't have Water Gun. Dude, I Gen 1 missed Body Slam. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy to blow up underground. Nope. Come on, second one. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna fight some of the good trainers on this route. I know there's also a trainer here with 2 Poliwags and a Poliwhirl that give good XP, but I don't think it's a good idea to fight him. It's a gambler, and gamblers have good AI. Do I need Mimic? I know I thought I would need it for Lance, but I don't... no, I'll get it just in case. Alright, I'm gonna use Rock Slide before I forget. I'm gonna teach this in the place of Body Slam. I'm gonna hold on to Sand Attack just in case. I might actually... I'm gonna want to go into the Rocket Hideout as well, because I need that rare candy. Dude, I just used Dig on a Zubat. Alright, I'm gonna go down here to get Double Edge and the Nugget. I'm gonna need a lot of items to sell, because I need basically as many protein as possible. I think some calcium might help, but it honestly probably wouldn't. I think I'll just stick to Overworld Calcium. You know, hold on. I have an idea. I'm gonna do this to get rid of the water in my inventory, get Saffron on the map, and get Psychic to sell. Alright, level 40 will get Earthquake. Hypno Miss. You know, I had a feeling that would happen. I did save. Yeah, I did save. I wonder if it's worth, like, should I go for a Sand Attack on the Gyarados? I don't know. I think either a Sand Attack or hope for a crit Rock Slide. You know, I'll go for one Sand Attack. You know, if I was facing the Blastoise team, which would theoretically be the hardest for this thing, the Blastoise team does not have Gyarados on it. So honestly, his Venusaur team would probably be the hardest. But if you did the whole, like, what would the developers have paired against Diglett, you would have given it to Blastoise. Because Venusaur is neutral to ground moves, because of its part poison typing. The Blastoise team might actually be the easiest team you could face, because even at Rival 6, the Blastoise still has Water Gun. It's very bad. You know, these channelers have been really difficult all week with Victory Bell and now Vileplume. At least they're easy today, that's for sure. Alright, so where are we going to go after the tower, though? That's the question. What's the... Hey, guys, what was the level I said I needed before Rival 6? What was it, like 72? Because I'm going to use all my candies before Rival 6, and then I'll have one rare candy before Lance, and then one before the champion. Does anyone remember what that level was that I need to get before Rival 6? Crap. That's annoying. Oh, good thing I bought an extra. Damn it. What? I've never said the number 86. I think it was 72. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 72. Wow, I'm full. Let's see, Psychic. Full Edge. 3 Nuggets. Moonstone. Horn Drill. You know, I think Sylph might be the better place to go to next. There's a lot of very good trainers in Sylph, and there's some vitamins, and it's probably training I'm going to have to do anyway. So let's see, if there's 12 rare candies in the game, I have to save 2 of them for the Elite Four. That means I have 10 rare candies for the rival, essentially. So if I need 72, then that means I need level 62. Yeah, so I'm going to need level 62 before candies for Rival 6. That's going to be a lot of training. That's essentially everybody in here. Why did I do that? The grind is real. It sure is. Necessary. That is why I saved. This guy is the most terrifying rocket grunt in the entirety of Sylph. But his XP yields are so good. That could have been pretty scary. Alright, I'm gonna skip the... I'm gonna pick up the Carbos. The only reason I'm picking up the Carbos is just in case I want to sell it for another vitamin. But I'm already almost maxed out on vitamins. There's one protein and Sylph I want to use. Unless I want to buy calcium, which I don't think is a good idea. So I may as well just use this Carbos and get it out of my inventory. Also, when I said I was going to fight everybody in here, I don't literally mean everybody. There are some trainers in here that have only first stage Pokemon and they're very bad. I know where the good trainers are. There's a predetermined path I take. But I'm not going to fight the rival yet. The rival here is going to absolutely destroy me if I dare fight him. I'm going to have to do 2 trips. This guy in here isn't really that good. He just has a single Electrode. I don't fight him in most runs, but I feel like today I should. Alright, I think the next gym leader I'm going to face is Koga. But I will fight some of the bikers too. I don't remember which of these guys up here has the best Pokemon. There's one guy up here with a single Weezing. Yep, here he is. This guy has 2 Weezing and a Coughing. Hey, Zealous Pawn, I was wondering when you'd show up. Tragic Diglett doesn't get dig to level 19. I assume Brock was rough. It was like a 24-minute Brock split. I did attempt blackout training on Geodude from level 16 to 18. I went back and forth between that and the wild a few times. I'd say once you get to 18, it's worth blacking out to the Geodude. But on the Geodude, you just have to hope for crits. The plan is just to use Scratch until it uses 1 defense curl, then use 2 growls. And I actually first tried Misty at level 25. No, this way. And yeah, there really wasn't much reference material. The only other person who's done a Diglett run, to my knowledge, besides J-Rose, which I did not want to watch, is Scott. He had a run in yellow. It was over 3 years ago he did that run. I don't have a Dig TM in my bag, no. It's taught to my Paris. I did do 2 vitamin trips, though, because I wanted to make sure I maxed out on protein. Because we did a lot of planning for the late game. I need to use 10 out of the 12 available rare candies in this game to go from 62 to 72. Then I have to save 1 candy for Lance for level ups, and then 1 for the champion for level ups. Yeah, I didn't buy Carbos. I just used it just because I picked it up out of habit. And yeah, we did blackout training on the junior trainer for a bit, but the only thing you can really do with that guy is you just got to keep blacking out till you eventually win. I mean, you have only Scratch. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm not going to, like, reset if I win too early. Yes, I am getting Power Plant candy. I'm getting every rare candy in this game, which is 12, I believe. I know there's a 13th candy in Cerulean Cave, but that candy doesn't exist. We all know it. And I think due to the good AI, Koga is only going to use Self-Destruct on Wheezing, either that or X-Attack. You can pick up the Thunder to TM to send a message. I can't even teach it, dude. Alright, I still do not feel confident fighting Rival 5 yet, so I'm going to do the training in the water. Oh wait, I can't do that. You know, I don't think the Rival should be that bad now. Let's go fight him. Let's give it a try. And if it makes you feel good, Zealous Pawn, Fissure is going to be the play for parts of the league. Great. I think 2 slashes is the better idea there. Hey, Dig Paralysis glitch. I allow it on fights I can actually get paralyzed. But with Leech Seed up, I'm probably still dead. Yeah, no. To be fair, if I wanted to surf down to Blaine, I could have just caught a Goldeen, but I think the Rival should be fine now. I mean, we're gonna have to get a Hydro Mist, there's no way about it. Ah. But yeah, I'm not gonna go for the strat, though. I would prefer it not to use Stun Spore. Like, if it does hit me with Stun Spore, I have to go for the glitch. Yeah, Vaporeon's also a good choice. I mean, even if I came back here at a higher level, I think level 53 would not one-shot that Gyarados. Like, no matter what, I have to get a Hydro Pump Miss. But once I get the Hydro Pump Miss, I'm good. You know, or the crit. It might actually be better to use Slash, because Slash is a consistent 2-shot, and that'll allow us to get the miss, Hydro Miss, but the advantage of using Rock Slide is that if Rock Slide crits, then we one-shot. So I think it's good to just stick to Rock Slide. Yeah, the crit upside with Rock Slide's definitely better. Oh. Dude. When I try to go for the glitch, it doesn't work. Besides, it's kind of a death sentence even if I did get it, because I got hit with Leech Seed. There we go. Now we win. Imagine if Rock Slide missed into Slash crit. That would have been so funny. Alright, so after Giovanni, we'll go straight to, Lane. You know what? We outspeed Alakazam. Wouldn't it be a better idea to just go fight Sabrina instead? Maybe. I think so, yeah. It probably wouldn't help. It's not like the special boost is going to be that impactful. Oh, I'm I forgot to... I need to fight Erica first. Oh yeah, HP ups with my base 10 HP. Good idea. Alright, Erica should be a one shot on the part poison types, and 2-shot on the Tangela. Oh, 1-shot on the Tangela. Okay. Oh, Zealospawn. When I beat Brock earlier, I ended up beating him in Red Bar. I actually attempted to keep Red Bar for Nugget for Route 3, just spamming Dig, but that ended real quick because of Quick Attack. You know what? It was worth a try anyway. Alright, so where are the good trainers here? I think I just Gen 1 missed a Slash. See, I think you go this way? I think all of these guys are good, except obviously for 6 Magikarp guy. Okay, this guy does not look good. You know what? This is Diglett we're talking about. Just fight everybody. I don't think any of these guys are good. I never fight these guys. You know, I gotta stop asking this question. This is Diglett. I need level 62 before I even fight the rival 6 fight. So I think just fight everybody. Hey, it's Psych Jr. You know what's funny? In Red and Blue, Cinnabar Mansion is actually the best place to train for experience when compared to Victory Road, because the basement floor has a bunch of first stage Pokemon, but the trainers here are actually bad. Hey, at least my bag is full. Alright, so I think the only trainers in here I want to skip are the third guy in here, and the guy with one Ponyta, and the final two trainers, because they have only first stages. Oh no, dang it, this is the Ponyta guy. Well, it still does give good XP. Alright guys, it's the Super Potion Man himself. Also, I think Dig is going to have a better power than an auto crit slash, so just spam Dig. Good job, Sabrina. Alright, I'm going to fight the trainers to the south of here. Normally, I would prefer fighting Victory Road trainers over these guys, but I need level 62 before the rival. So I have to fight these guys. I actually remember it was one of these swimmers here that Scott was actually doing blackout training with Ditto. I can't remember. It was one of these two guys. Hey, Dark Sage. Fake news, the fake swimmer media. Yeah, all these swimmers are in on the fake news, don't you see? Yeah, Zealous Spawn. 62 before candies. Diglett needs a high level for the Elite Four. Haven't you ever played a run with Diglett before? It's awful. Yeah, trust me, that high of a level is actually required for some of Lorelei's Pokemon, because even though we're using Fissure for specifically the Cloyster and the Lapras, without the higher level, we can't guarantee the 2-shots on some of her other Pokemon. If we were to go in at a lower level, it'd be a range to 2-shot. And Lorelei's already going to require a lot of luck as it is. Why require more luck, you know? It's really funny these beauties are swimming around in dresses and high heels. It's pretty funny. I mean, there's a cue ball swimming in one of these routes that's like on a motorcycle. Mimic Amnesia is not a good idea. Slowbro is only going to spam either Water Gun or Withdraw. And besides, our HP is so low that's not going to matter. Water Gun already does 30% of our health from that Slowbro. It does way too much damage. Gross. Yeah, it's a lot. Uh-oh. Dude, that was a 5-turn clamp. You know what? Now we're training in red bar. Now we're training in death. Oh, this is an annoying blackout. Zealous Pond, the reason we need to fissure Lapras is because the alternative is landing 2 rock slides and hoping for a Hydro Pump miss or a Blizzard miss. Tell me, which do you think is more likely? Landing a fissure or hoping for a Hydro Pump miss or a Blizzard miss? And that's assuming we land the 2 rock slides. Like, what do you think is the better strat? Come on, stupid horsey. Thank you. I would probably go for it still because you can dig the Dugong for rest. Digging for the rest strat is not that reliable in red and blue. Her odds of going for rest are much lower. I mean, Rock Slide's a 2-shot on it anyway, so I guess I may as well go for dig. We're not going to be able to tank the hit, though, I don't think. Because what's the chance of Slowbro not going for a water gun after that many turns? Not that great. True, yeah, I always forget about that. I'm gonna do the Fighting Dojo next. I know these guys are not that good for training, but you still need quite a few levels. Well, only like 5. Water fun. I don't know. We can look at the ranges after the run, see how much Lapras could have done with 3 Amnesias up, but I still don't think it's a good idea. Because then again, wouldn't that also assume the Dugong goes for the turn 2 rest? It's not that likely in red and blue. Especially if you're weak to something that she has. Oh, may as well go get the power plant candy. Actually, hold on. I need to go buy some super repels. You know what's funny, Zelspawn? I thought you would have been more supportive of the fissure strat. Zealous Pawn, she's not gonna go for Growl against a Diglett. Her good AI is gonna make her use super effective moves. She's not gonna use Growl. Oh, right, you can't bike in here. You know what? I may as well not use any repels in here. Hey, Electabuzz. I know it's not ideal, but Diglett just has a tough situation to deal with. Okay, so it could be a turn 2 Growl, but that's also not good. That's like a 75% chance of her landing the Growl. I mean, I'm still gonna go for the turn 1 dig, because you never know. Hey, Zapdos, buddy. Bye. Right, I'm just saying that 1 in 3 for rest and then a 1 in 4 chance to miss growl, she goes for it. Yeah, that is true. I understand what you're saying. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for the amnesia strat, though, for this run. Like, in fact, I don't even have a Mimic. I have a Pokedoll, but I don't have Mimic. Like, in the past, like, when I would plan out a run, then start the run, if someone comes along and goes like, hey, this would be a far better idea, I'm like, you know what? I'll change up my plans and go do that better idea. Usually that doesn't end up going well for me. So what I'm doing from now on is, once I start a run with a plan in mind, I'm going to stick to that plan, and then when the run's done, we can see if that plan would have been better. I just don't want to change my plan mid-run, because I don't plan to do a second run of this, because this thing is awful. And we're like so close to 62. Hey, Grim Shadow Player. You need to get the strength candy? Oh yeah, you're right. I remember I tried to get it. Thanks for the reminder. I was actually going to look. How many do I have? 10. Wait, what? No, I swore I got that candy. Oh. Maybe it's 11 rare candies you get before the rival. 12 is Victory Road candy. So if I have 11 candies, then that means I need 61 then. Actually, wait. No, I still have to use 10 candies, because I need to save 2 rare candies for the Elite Four. So I still need 62. You know what? Aw. I was actually going to see if I could black out to this guy, but that probably wouldn't have been a good idea. Alright, where is there more trainers I can do? You know what? I think I just got a blackout train to the rival. I've effectively done all the good trainers at this point. I can't think of anywhere else that I missed. I mean, I know there's south of Lavender, but those trainers are pretty crappy. Yeah, there are some trainers on Cycling Road, but I've already fought the good ones. The rest of them just have first stage Pokemon. I mean, there might be one with a Primeape, I think, but I'm not going to go back for that. And besides, this is way better XP. Alright, I need to purposefully black out here. I have to use the candies before the rival here, otherwise my XP routing gets completely messed up. How much XP do I still need? 900. Alright, so as soon as I defeat the Pidgeot, I'm going to have the Gyarados kill me. Yeah, I need to be 62 at this 62 before, then use all the candies before the rival, because otherwise my XP is going to get messed up. There we go. Alright, we're good. Alright, so now's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 10 candies to get to 72. Alright, one more. Alright, come on, use a tail whip. Tail whip. Thank you. If we could do that training there, I wonder about earlier rare candies, some Victory Road training after. Possibly, but that would have taken a bit longer to figure out. And besides, there really isn't a spot where we would want early rare candies. Because we have to overtrain in the mid-game a lot. Like, you don't really need earlier candies than that. Do not use Dig. Bruh. This is bad biking. Whoa, that would have been so bad. All my XP routing would have been ruined. Well, to be honest, I don't think it would matter. The only reason I'm using 2 rare candies in the league, it's one before Lance and one before the champion. It's just to prevent mid-battle level ups. So theoretically, doing a trainer here wouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm just trying to find a way to skip things like Dojo and Subfuchsia. Well, if we were to skip those trainers, I mean, we could, you know what? We could have skipped those trainers and done more Blackout training to Rival 6 instead. That probably would have been the better play. I'm broke. If you're wondering why I sold that full restore, it's to put the full restores at the bottom of my bag. Alright, we don't need Slash anymore. Alright, guys. Lorelei lottery. Hey, crit. Nice. Fissure. 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 There we go. Alright, so 2 earthquakes. Dude, a crit from the world's slowest Pokemon. Wow. That's insane. Fissure. Aw. 20 minutes later. Okay, that is not what we want. Okay, so we can survive. Okay. Okay, so the good thing about that Cloyster is it's not guaranteed to go for Clamp. Which is Gen 1 Miss Dig. attack drop. Okay. I mean, even if we get an attack drop from a Roar Beam, it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure even with -1, we will still one-shot the Jinx. Here's my question, Zealous. If we were to have done the Mimic strat here, what move would we get rid of? Because I still think Fissure's the answer for Cloyster. There we go. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't... How many was that? Like 5 tries? That was way quicker than I thought it would be. It was like 5 tries. Yeah, I'm not sure what move we would get rid of. We would probably have to sacrifice not having Dig for Dewgong if we were to have the Mimic strat. You would use it instead of Fissure and just crit the... Oh, so we would not have ever taught Fissure and just rely on a Cloyster crit? I don't like that strat. You're basically swapping Fissure luck for crit luck on the Cloyster. Think about it. It's a 30% chance to land Fissure on the Lapras. We have an 18.55% chance to crit Cloyster. Then again, we'll have a couple different opportunities to do it. But then again, you never know what'll happen with Slowbro. Like, I feel like you're just swapping luck around. Or you could Fissure instead of Dig and so Fissure the Dewgong? I don't know. I feel like we're just swapping around luck. Oop. Punched my desk. Oh my god. Also, at this level, the reason we need the candy is so the Dragonairs are one-shots. Of course. I don't think Rock Slide can kill the Aerodactyl anyway. Maybe it does? I don't remember. I have the XP router recording, but I don't like having it open during my runs. Yeah, it's swapping around luck. I get what you're saying, but then again, we'll look at the ranges, because would 3 Amnesias even allow Earthquake to one-shot Lapras? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. Damn it, dude. That's a 1 in 4 Hyper Beam. That's the one move that's bad. Could have used Rest. Yeah, but it's a range, I think. Maybe the Calciums I used in the overworld helps, but it's probably not a favorable range at all. I don't think it's worth planning for that. There we go. Alright, rare candy to prevent the level up. Let's do this. Alright, so in order to guarantee we one-shot the Gyarados, we need 2 badge boosts. Rock Slide. Come on. 1. Dude, don't do that. Dude, come on. 2. There we go. Oh, forgot about that. I forgot about that Pokemon. Okay, I remember what we need to do now. We still need the 2 badge boosts, and we have to use Fissure on the Exeggutor. Alright, I gotta make sure I save 2 Rock Slides, though. Dude, come on. Quit missing the move, you idiot. Alright, we're just gonna have to deal with this. Yeah, even the champion requires luck. And again, that's this whole Pokemon's existence, is just luck. Diglett is not the best. Definitely isn't. Neither is this Rhydon. Like, this Rhydon has one job. Give me badge boosts. Okay, this thing just sucks. Nope. Wow. Look at you go, Pidgeot. Is Tail Whip Dynamic Punch? Uh-oh. That was a failure anyway. I gotta keep an eye on my Rock Slides. I gotta make sure I have 2 Rock Slides left at least. This Rhydon is not cooperating today. Maybe I should have gotten a PP up for Rock Slide. Okay, that was stupid. I still have a good chance at the under. At least the Alakazam's consistent. Can you teach any moves that are bad? I'm not kidding, that's actually an idea. Maybe Rest? Oh, dude, this would have been the one spot for Rest. Oh my god, I hate this Rhydon. Then again, can't the Rhydon just cooperate? You know what? I'm just gonna play along. Not anymore. Teach Cut over Dig. You know what? Good idea. Damn it, Zealous Pawn, you idiot. Diglett doesn't know Cut in red and blue. That's only in yellow. Why would you trick me like that? I can't believe you tricked me, dude. I was saying this earlier in the stream, and I just forgot about it. Come on, Rhydon. Thank you. Okay, now go for Fissure. I said Fissure. Fissure? Uh-oh. Dang. Okay, yeah, this would have been the best opportunity to use Rest. I feel like that's the one thing you can do to improve this run is get Rest. Just to stall on the Rhydon. Dude, there's a chance I might not get the under at this rate. Come on. Oh my god, quit using horn drill. Yeah, this would have been a great use for it. Why is my fissure luck on the ride-on like 90%? You know what, maybe one badge boost is enough. It isn't. Actually, 2 wouldn't have been enough anyway. $138.35. Dude, 2 boosts wouldn't have been enough. That rock slide did so little. We need to look at damage ranges. But hey, I got the under at least. But yeah, honestly, rest would have been the answer. Like, if -2 wasn't enough, we would have needed like -4 or -5. 5 hours and 35 minutes. Yeah, 100% rest was needed. Alright, let's look at the XP router. We need to figure out where this went wrong. Oh, the camera's blocking it, whatever. So let's see. Rock slide is 60 to 71, so if we had gotten hit with one tail whip, 92 to 108. Wait, what? Why did it do so little? Do any of these things have growl? No. I did not level up during this fight. 60 to 7. Oh, it might have done like... Did I even have a badge boost? You tail whipped the Gyarados? Wait, what? Oh, whoops, wrong button. So if we got hit with a tail whip... Wait, no. This is the right button. These tail whips right here are what's badge boosting me. I got hit with one tail whip from the ride-on. Why did the Gyarados live on so much HP? Unless I was never badge boosted. Did I think I got hit by a tail whip and I never did? Top button badge boosts you? Are you sure? Hold on. Oh. Okay, my bad. So how many badge boosts would I have needed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have needed 5 tail whips. Question, if I had rest, would that have been reasonable? I don't know, because look at that. At -5 defense, a 2-hit Fury attack does over half. I mean, it would have been the only option, but... Ugh. I mean... That's annoying. But at least with the... What's the bare minimum tail whips? Look at... Yeah, Stomp was going to kill us. Yeah, we would have needed a minimum of 4, because 96 to 113% is very good. Very good range. Might be better go for the crit or Hydro Miss. You know what? You might be right. We would have to... 2-shot the ride-on, use Fissure, and then we would have to hope for a crit or a miss. So yeah, that would have been the better strat. But to be fair, it's not like if I were to change strats it would have mattered, because both strategies would have involved a bunch of resets. But still, that ride-on was not cooperating a lot of the time. Okay, let's look at Lorelei. Oh, let me save this root file. Okay. So what if we had taught Mimic before Lorelei? Let's assume we never taught... You know what? Let's assume we never taught Fissure. But wait. Yeah, if we never taught Fissure, we would have just delayed teaching it till later. Alright, so we would have Dig to two-shot that. Oh, look at this. That whole thing about Rock Slide and Earthquake effectively doing the same damage. Look, Rock Slide does 2 damage more. Not like that matters, though. New version? I need to check out the new version at some point. Dude, even if we were to crit, look, it's not guaranteed even with a crit. We would need we would have to get 1 regular hit followed by a crit. I think we would still have to Fissure this anyway. But maybe we could have taught over Dig? And just tank the Aurora Beam? And then Fissure the Cloister? So let's assume we tank 1 Aurora Beam and we have like half of our health gone. We would have to Mimic Amnesia right away. We get hit with a Water Gun or a Withdraw. But if we get hit... Oh, that's the wrong opponent. If we used 1 Amnesia, that brings it to 14 to 17, then 10 to 12, then 8 to 10. That does not let us one-shot Lapras. Yeah, Zealous, I'm not sure the Mimic Amnesia strat's going to work here. That's just more risk. We would have to be a higher level for this to work. But anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and add this to the leaderboard. Yeah, we could tank a Blizzard, but here's the thing though. We're going to get hit with at least 1 Water Gun, and we have to tank an Aurora Beam from the Dewgong. So we would have to get super lucky on the Slowbro. And even if we get super lucky, if we're not at high enough HP to tank that Blizzard or Hydro Pump, we're in trouble. I feel like with the luck that's required for the Slowbro, you're probably better off just using Fissure. That's what I think. It has the much better upside. Sorry, Zealospawn, it looks like I out-Fissured you. I'm more pro-Fissure in this run than you are. I never thought I'd see the day. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this on the leaderboard. Run number 25. Let's see, level 76. 35 resets. 1 hour, 38, 35. Game time of 5:35. Run number 1. Second to last. It did beat out Pidgey. I knew it was going to beat out Pidgey. Because Pidgey is just uniquely bad. But it wasn't able to outperform Pokemon like Nidoran Male. Nidoran Male is so bad against Brock. But still, in the mid to late game, this Pokemon wasn't that bad. And that was a very lucky Lorelei. I won in like, what was it, 5 attempts? But no matter which strat you do, it's going to be a lot of luck. But I think using the 2 fissures is better. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. I'm going to get to work editing the Victory Bell video and make sure that is ready for tomorrow. And then later tomorrow, we'll be doing a Pokemon Moon run with Simisear. I'm going to be playing a Pokemon Moon run every Friday, so we can get some more experience in the game. It's going to be normally random, but since last week was Simisage, we'll do the rest of the monkeys.